You're now tuned in to the Couch Stealers Anime Podcast.
And we are back. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Couch Stealers. It's the one and only Meister Mikey J.
And it's your boy AU. You already know.
Hey, you, how your week going, man? How the last 7 days been treating you, my man, my brother?
It ain't been that bad. I had a fun time last weekend, so we letting it rock for what it is.
You still, you
per
thought-
usual, work.
You thought?
Eat the whole Frank.
So you're not answering my question. Are you thoughting? You thought?
And how we thought in what regard? What you just gonna ask some vague ass, random ass question like what the
Basically.
fuck?
That's what I'm feeling today. That's what I'm feeling today. But yo, I had a actually pretty good week. Can't lie. It's been a fun time here at the Couch Stealers Inc. here at Mikey J's abode. So we've been chilling. Been catching up. Been busy with work, but been catching up on some stuff. But bro, it's just been a good time. It's just been a good time. One thing I will say though, one thing I will absolutely say is I've been seeing all the tomfoolery that has happened on Twitter over the last couple of days. And there has been tomfoolery. Bro, there's been some wild stuff on my timeline over these last couple of days.
I've kind of been off of everything. I've been just really anime focused. And I caught a lot of stuff in the last week.
Oh, word. What'd you catch? I
caught a lot of stuff. First and foremost, I'm not if you're sure if you've seen The Beast and the Boy.
Yo, I saw that you was watching that on the Crunchyroll. How the animation on that always looked crazy.
I enjoyed it. I thought I would have enjoyed it more. I mean, and it's The Boy and the Beast, by the way, everybody. I thought I would enjoy it more, but I really did enjoy it. I thought it was just a wholesome kind of movie, fun, likable characters, cool story, cool world. Honestly, I think they could have built up the world a little bit more for me personally.
What regards, though? In what regards? I gotta watch it. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say anything. So I just you gotta watch it. I felt like they could have built up the world a little bit more. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. They could have built it up a little bit more for me personally. But I really enjoyed it. Truly, really likable characters all the way around, and I think that's where it got me. So yeah, catch that, and I also caught what is it called?
See, now I gotta put that on the list. Well, you was watching it before, so now I can just put it right there, just right top of mind. Because I'm always looking for a good movie to watch, especially a good anime movie.
Yeah, no, it was definitely worth it. I gotta check what the other movie, because I was more like movie wise, like anime. Yeah, no. I caught a lot of movies that I wanted to catch first and foremost, and also I just wanted to kind of rewatch a few other things too. So I'm kind of back in Studio Ghibli mode right now.
That's a good mode to be in. That's always a good mode to be in.
Yeah, I know, right? And I caught, where is it? It should be on my watch list, and I can't even see it right now.
Because that was the thing. I was like, from what I was seeing, because like I said, my week this week was nuts. So I was like, all right, if I can catch something, I'm going to catch it. I'm going to tell you right now. If I can catch something, I can catch it.
Wolf Children, 10 out of 10.
Oh, Wolf Children. Bro, I've heard
10 out of 10.
Such phenomenal things about Wolf Children.
10 out of 10. What a
10 out of 10?
What a wonderful mother. 10 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, no. That's going to make me cry, isn't it? It's going to make me cry. Oh, I don't want to cry at you. I don't want to cry.
But I wasn't sad. I was not sad. Okay. I was just like, this shit worked out the way it was supposed to work the fuck out. I was genuinely just satisfied. For what everything, I can't even say it, for everything, the way it ended, it couldn't have been any better than that. It just 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 anime movie.
All right, so if you had to, so I'm saying if I had to put these in tier of watch order, Wolf Children's number one, my brother.
Yes, 100%. 100 fucking percent. I would say it's number one in regards to like, if you really just want to enjoy like what felt to me like a perfect anime movie. That would be goodness, that would be it. Or
perfect,
or you could put it on the back burner to be like, I'm ready to watch this. If you're going to watch The Boy and the Beast.
Wow, but perfect.
Yeah,
That's a bold statement there, Cotton.
that was a perfect anime movie for me.
Oh yeah, so nah, I am gonna have to watch that.
It was like slice of life, but it had like that mythical aspect to it. It just there. I don't know.
Your time was well spent.
Yes, I truly, 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 truly enjoyed it.
Nah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I've seen trailers obviously because it came out. I want to say that came out like 20.
I want to say like last year or something like that.
No, I thought it was longer than that.
The Boy and the Beast came out 2015. I know that.
No, Wolf Children came out in 2012. Yep.
Oh wow!
I knew
the Boy and the Beast came out 2015. Okay, I didn't know Wolf Children came out that long ago. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've been seeing trailers for it for years. I just never got around to watching it because I've seen it and I was like, man, that looks really good, but it also looked really sad. And I gotta like, do I feel like crying today? You know what I mean? Like,
it's not sad. I mean, there is one moment that's gonna be like, what the fuck? But I wouldn't say it's sad. I don't think there was anything. There was nothing sad about the movie. It was just life. It was just life.
Yeah, but life's sad sometimes, man.
Yeah, but like they don't do it in a way in which like it's sad. Like I'm telling you, like there's maybe a few sad moments, but like it's not like just sad.
Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then I mean, like I said, it was always on my like never-ending watch list, but because I've seen the clips of it and I've seen the things that have come out from it, and I love the animation, and I know the story is going to be very thought-provoking, very wholesome, but also I don't know if I felt like crying that day.
I don't even think the story itself was thought-provoking. I just think
really
it just fucking captured the life of this family. It just captured the life of that family perfectly. Gotcha. I don't want to say too much, so I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, good brother. Appreciate you.
If anyone wrote a story about like my life or something like that, I don't know, or your life or whoever's or whatever, and then you watched it and you're like, they captured that exactly the way it was, exactly the way it was, and exactly the way they felt. I felt like if someone was going to capture that person's story, like it was just well written, well thought out. Watch it. Just watch it because I want to say more and I just can't.
Yeah, I just love the way you said it. You just like it's just, bro, watch it,
bro. Because I want to say more and I want to talk about it. But let's get into some stuff we did talk about. I did, as we both heard. We know that something has finally got the A-OK to drop. My boy Tight finally got the clearance.
Yo. Yeah,
my boy Tight finally got the clearance.
Okay. All right. So I have several thoughts on this, and I see that we are on the same page. I loved those little 4 episodes they gave us.
3, but yep.
3. Bro, whatever. Burn the Witch was fire, and they hurt my soul when they took it away.
Burn the Witch was a fire, boy.
I just rewatched episode 1 before hopping on here, and it was oh my god, everything about it.
Yeah, I rewatched all 3 episodes too in the last week. Burn the Witch felt oddly refreshing.
Yes, and like even just and not only did it feel refreshing, it also felt like they had so many different things that they could have still, like
explored, etc.
Oh, bro, there's 2 Londons. Like, what are we talking about here?
There's 2 worlds, like, you know what I mean? And just like and then something I did not catch previously is in the same world as Bleach.
Yes, it is, and that's a perfect thing because, like you were saying, talking about Tite Kubo, same creator, the dude who created Bleach, also created Burn the Witch. And according to Anime News and Facts, Burn the Witch will share new information on May 28th, so that's coming up in a couple of weeks. Now, again, anytime they say share new information, I don't know what that means. That could mean a revival. That could mean they're giving away some stickers. There's no in between.
It could, but nah, bro. There's no way that Tight isn't getting the A-OK, especially with what Bleach just did.
Bleach did something crazy.
Bleach just did some shit.
Yeah, Bleach definitely went nuts.
Tight is in like he's a little pushed up right now on the budget. And so I felt like he got the A-OK on that. But no, at the end of episode 3, it says East watch something Soul Society.
Yes, the West Branch, probably West Branch, probably
East
West
Branch.
Branch.
East Branch. I think it was East Branch.
Okay.
Of Soul Society. So what if where everything that happened in Bleach happened is just like one section of a whole entirety of like a different Soul Society? What if that Soul Society that we know is just like that west side of the whole entire society?
See, I
You know
love.
what I mean? What if they're opening up the world in that way, and then this whole other world over here, they don't even know what's happening in East Side? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a completely another fucking world, and this world over here has fucking dragons.
The satisfaction in your voice saying dragons. So
dragons.
I'm always down for something like that, and we've seen other series do stuff like this where they give little teasers or little wrinkles of, hey, maybe they might do it. Another really famous one, which I cannot lie, I screamed at the top of my lungs, was in Fire Force when the sun when they switched over to, was it the Sun or the Moon? But it was
the Sun to the Moon
from Soul Eater. And it was I was like, like legitimately like so I was here for all of that, and I'm here for all of this. Like anytime a creator is going to do something like that because of the world mending and the world like
I love
togetherness, and we've seen it done well before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in other media,
it's sort of like when you catch the numbers in Pixar when everyone does the everyone not Pixar but everyone who lived in that dorm room that came out and became like really good animators and writers, whatever creators. They put that number in there, and I think that's dope.
Because
I love that. It's a little Easter egg, and I love a good Easter egg.
But the Easter eggs is just, it's not even the fact that everyone loves Easter eggs. And I get that wholeheartedly. But for me, it also gives me an opportunity for my mind to go to places it needs to go to. I get to have some fan fiction, just perfectness, because I get to think of these two worlds coming together. And not only do I get that, people that are much better at drawing things than I am get opportunities to bring. Bro, I've seen, you know how many times I've seen Solar Maka in the Fire Force gear? I want that. I need that on something.
Fire.
So yes, I love for everyone that it takes place when they get an opportunity to like bring two worlds together, because all it does is benefit us as the consumer, because that joint is.
But I would love to see the actual connection too, for when we're talking about Burn the Witch and Bleach. I would love to make for that to make sense and not have it just be like an Easter egg. It's like, oh, it's all the same world. You know what I mean? Like there is some actual reference, and it's like, oh shit, this is a whole entire Soul Society or something like that. It doesn't have to be a spin-off. It doesn't have to be anything like that. I just feel like if they're gonna put that out there, I want to see that connection in some way somehow. But also shout out to Fire Force because it is finally coming back. Super happy about that.
I will say this though, and there's a way to do it without it getting oversaturated. And the reason why I say that is because, and we've talked about the CW and some of their decisions in the past with shows like The 100, but I think about the Arrowverse that they got and how you have to sometimes like watch an episode of this show to watch an episode of another show. I was binge watching The Flash one time, and next thing you know, I'm in this like nice little story arc, and now I have to go back and watch 2 seasons of Arrow because I got to figure out where the hell we are now. I don't want to run into a situation like
not like that.
Yeah. But if they get an opportunity to actually bring something together that's a little bit more than an Easter egg, even if they want to give us a filler arc, you know how much of a filler arc I would watch if it was an opportunity. And we've seen that too with like Luffy and Goku and
bro, give me a crossover somehow as a filler arc.
Yeah, as a filler arc. I'm here for that.
Fire. That would be amazing. It's like when they do crossover shits with like Simpsons and Family Guy or whatever, something like that. Give us that. Because
especially seeing as Bleach is, not king of filler, it would be kind of fitting.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
So all right. So here's something that I did see, and I wrote it down because I wanted to get your immediate take on it. Now, I know we normally keep things in the realm of like what we watching now or anything like that, but and we stay away from the super mainstream series here. But I'll say this. We don't often have Dragon Ball Z conversations, but I had one that came across my mention. I had one that came across my mention that I really thought was an interesting conversation. So, someone made the point, and I'm sorry I didn't get your Twitter handle at the time, but someone made the point that you are unable to have like they were tired of watching tournament arcs in Dragon Ball Z, in Dragon Ball Super, I should say. They're tired of watching tournament arcs. They're like, the Tournament of Power was like good, but it could have been better a million times over. Now, the reason why that conversation came up is because they said, give us a war arc. Give us some type of really high stakes arc where Goku and all the rest of the Z fighters have to literally go to war as opposed to fighting a tournament or a one-on-one baddie. What are your thoughts on that? Because I have a very, very...
I'm not completely opposed to the idea. I just feel like a war arc now at this point is too much. If they were going to give us a war arc in Dragon Ball Z, they had to do it when like niggas was still just on a regular kind of planetary level. Like, these niggas could blow up multiple planets at the blink of an eye at this point, probably. We can't have no war. Most of these niggas can't breathe out of space. So, like, where the fuck is these niggas gonna fight, bro?
We can't
the tournament. That's what I'm saying. The Tournament of Power happened in like the void, nigga. Like, that shit was like nowhere, literally. So like, I just feel like you can't have a war, and that shit was crumbling and getting fucked up, and they couldn't even fly. They weren't even able to do that. I don't know how much that would affect shit being destroyed, but I have to assume it would. And so my thing is, I think it'd be a great idea. I felt like it's a missed opportunity.
Yes. And let me hop in because I agree with you wholeheartedly, but for a different reason. The reason why I don't think it can work is from a war aspect. If we're going to get a war arc, I wasn't even thinking about it from a timing standpoint. That's just a really good point. I'm looking at it from the simple fact that the concept of, and the reason why we like shows and storylines that have war in them is because people die. We lose characters. The stakes. The whole concept of death in Dragon Ball Z, in the Dragon Ball universe, is just hilarious at this point. So you are not, what is going to be the draw or the storyline that gives you, keeps you captivated if you're sitting here watching and someone die, but they're going to get wished back. And the only other way to raise the stakes any higher is to have the universe destroyed, because you've already shown that planets can be destroyed. So, like, how do you raise? And it's to your point of, like, again, the timeline of it has, like, they've missed the opportunity, because if you give a war, who are we warring against? Other universes? Like,
yeah, you're waging war against other universes. That's exactly what it'd be. I mean, that's exactly what it just was in the Tournament of Power too. So my thing about it is that, like, the problem is, like, we haven't even seen the strongest universes.
No, we haven't, and I'm curious.
Like, where are they gonna war, bro? We don't need, like, most of these people can't even breathe in outer space, so there is no war for this. And when they decided to pull up to another universe and they got no honor, no whatever, and they just go god of destruction on shit, niggas just gonna die, and that's about it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when people talk and when people talk about like Dragon Ball and the universe and where it can stand, my only question is, like, where do we go from here? I don't think they can go anywhere from here outside of, like, again, universe to universe growth. But at the end of the day, we're just gonna get Dragon Ball Super as being just a beat 'em up beyond beat 'em ups. Like, they're never gonna progress.
100%. It'll never be able to progress past this. I think whatever happens in the next tournament, because there more than likely will be another tournament with the other universes. Whatever happens there, I think it just has to end there and just, like, let it be, nigga. Like, you the best of the best, nigga. You did it. Like, we thought, the Grand Kai tournament was gonna be the best of the best, but nah, nigga, now it's another best of the best. So it's just like, let this be the last best of the best. And I just say, and then just best of the best of the best, sir, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, and so. I honestly hate to say it, just end it. Just fucking end it. In Dragon Ball Z, there's nowhere else to go, bro. Like, no, seriously, and I'm satisfied with that. And don't get me wrong. Sorry. I love Super. I think Dragon Ball Super is, like, probably my favorite, even above, like, the Dragon Ball Z. And I love Dragon Ball Z tremendously, obviously. But I don't know. I felt like with Super, like, things felt more. It felt like a better beat 'em up. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when I was growing up, it was just hype. It was great. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like what we enjoyed. I felt like they actually gave story and, like, better fight sequences, etc., powers, like to Dragon Ball Super. I think they progressed it very well. That's just my own personal take. A lot of people might disagree, but I like Dragon Ball Super more. It seems like there's more technique to some degree, but
technique.
Yeah. So that's a good question.
Yeah, no, I want to say this to you, AU, and apologize. I completely and utterly missed the second half of that answer that you were giving me and talking to this conversation, because as I sat here on this here chair and looked here at this here recording, on my other screen I had a Twitter page, and Janelle Monáe just dropped another video, good brother, and I apologize.
Jesus Christ.
Moving
the fuck on. This fucking guy.
I heard a word you just said, respectfully, but still, I'm just saying. I want to get one more thing in here before we start winding down here. But so I know, again, we're going to be talking about some of the loftier ones over the next couple of weeks, because we know Gear 5 is coming down the path. But and we are absolutely...
Are you caught up?
Yes, I'm caught up, and I'm saying this right now. We are absolutely talking about Gear 5 when Gear 5 show up. So if y'all are not caught up on One Piece, if y'all got issues with One Piece or whatever, it's too long. Listen. Couch Steelers love you. We always got room on the couch. We will sit down and watch One Piece with you. It's
Facts.
Like, I can go on that,
but I ain't
all over again.
Getting rid of One Piece. Never. But anyways, shout out to my nigga Sanji.
Yeah,
Let's go. But he need to stop being a fucking little stupid ass hoe, bro. Put on the fucking suit, Sanji.
I want him to put the suit on so bad.
Bro, put on the fucking suit. Like, goddamn, bro. Do you know how fucking fire he would be with them blue flames in that fucking suit? Stop playing, Sanji. Goddamn, bro. This nigga morals is crazy, bro. You're fighting for your life.
I will say this. Here's
fighting for other niggas' lives.
I'll say this. When I watched the episode, and I'll admit, I like, because I watched that one and the Zoro one back to back. I kind of like the Zoro one a little bit better, because for me, I thought, like, I couldn't tell the fight was ending against Queen until it ended. You know
100%.
I was sitting here watching it, and I was just like, all right, so this fight's crazy. We're going back and forth. Okay, Sanji's hitting a new level. Like, okay, this is dope. Oh wait. Yo, Sanji just won. It's literally how it happened for me. I was like, oh, we okay, we good, Dot. Wait, Sanji just won. How did that just happen? Wait, what is Queen falling to, like, plummeting? Although he
got popped.
Although I will say this, Queen came in and was very enjoyable as a character.
I love Queen. He's my favorite.
Queen got really annoying towards the end for me.
Not for me, but yeah.
Ever since he started shooting like his own men to make them Oni too, from that point on, Queen got really annoying. Although I will say,
really, he was still the same Queen. I felt like you just got to see more of like who he was as a character. They didn't just give him all out Queen right then and there. Like, you got the enjoyable kind of like slapsticky side of Queen, which you enjoyed. I think that's what kind of made you enjoy Queen. But then you kind of got reminded multiple times, like up until the point, where Sanji beat this man, that he's not a good person. This nigga's a villain. Like, he's a fucking villain. He turned, and he's a scientist. And scientists are typically, in that regard, and especially in this world, they ain't good people.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, and that's a good point, because yeah, he was definitely doing some highly questionable stuff. But I just
slapped the shit out of her.
Yo, bro, oh my god, like, that was the wildest part. Like, for me, with something like that, and I'm glad Sanji, as soon as Queen did it, I was like, oh, Sanji about to go sick. I just think that, like, the way that fight went, I wanted more. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it ended, like, I'm getting what I needed out of the Zoro King fight. I am getting what I need out of that fight.
It felt like for Sanji, like, this whole entire, we got caught up in this whole entire internal struggle for Sanji, and half of the fight felt like his internal struggle, which is why I'm also saying, like, just put the fucking suit on. You get what I'm saying? So half of that definitely felt like an internal struggle, whereas, like, I guess it was needed to progress his power up and make him, like, get to that point where he's okay with everything that's happened to him too.
Yeah.
So this wasn't just like, I feel like, oh, now I'm fully a cyborg type deal. I think it was also him really putting to bed the fact that he is invincible and who he is, and he put all of that to bed in that. And I don't mind that, but this is this is Sanji's like first like crazy big fight, I feel like. And I felt like we could have got more than just him internalizing it half of the time, as much
That's
as I'm hype about it.
yeah.
And then it
And I
seemed
think
like
that's
as
a good
soon as he
point.
was done flushing it out, he just won.
Yeah, no, and that's a good point. It was his first really
Like crazy big fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like Zoro's had those. I feel like and if he didn't, he's had moments where you're like, yeah, Zoro, let's fucking go. Like he did a big ass move or something like that.
Sanji always fighting the third dude.
Yes.
Like Zoro's fighting either 1 or 1A.
Or exactly. Or he's helping out in that regard. For example, when he was helping Kaido, he damaged Kaido. You get what I'm saying? Like Sanji, like he needed a big fight, and he still needs a really big fight. And that's why I keep saying, like, I want him to, next time I see him fight, I want that suit on, I want them blue fames, and I want him to just take down a nigga quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, yo, all right, nigga, you here finally. But yeah, I did also one thing before I even continue here or let you go on that. I really hate how they're making this dude so fucked up over her being like dead or alive, and it is bothering me. I felt like, you know what I mean?
Oh, Queen? You talking about Queen being like, oh my god?
Yeah, that and also was the Orochi,
the Hydra,
the Shogun. Yeah, like I don't know, like I felt like sometimes like I don't want to use the word simping here. Like I just can't think of a better word for it. But like I feel like the simping in the last like 10 episodes or like have been like a part of like progression for some reason in the show right now, and it's bothersome. Like for example, like they threw that girl out there with the mouse and all that shit and whatnot, and that's what fired up Sanji and helped this dude like
yeah.
Basically
but it has always been that way for Sanji.
No. I know, but that was also somehow what helped him just become okay with his past and shit. It just seemed like the connection, like maybe there wasn't a connection, but it felt like because it all happened in that moment. That it felt like there was this connection. But also Queen got rejected, so he tried to kill this hoe. And then Hydra dude, like he's over here going crazy about some girl he basically told to get killed. You get what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of it, and it bothered me just a bit. It just felt like too much. Because it felt like it was like a part of like what should have been there for the story, and I feel like it didn't need to be there.
Got you.
Those like, moments didn't need to be there.
That didn't need to be the catalyst to push Sanji through his
Bro, it was literally it was just plot. He didn't have to come out there in that moment over a fucking mouse. And then, I can't believe this man even thought about the mouse that Sanji fed from all those times ago. And if I gotta go back and see if that was a real thing that he thought about before. Because if not, then he literally implanted that one memory for this moment. And I'm like,
oh, okay. But again, One Piece has been known to do that from time to time.
You're absolutely correct. So I got to go back and check. So
yeah, One Piece has been known to do that from time to time. Well, yo, One Piece right now where I'm at, I'm enjoying it. I think we're back.
100%.
We're finally getting to the point of enjoying the fights and seeing the level of the stakes come to fruition. The fire thing feels a little bit much. Just for me. Just the fire thing plummeting through all of Onigashima.
Oh no, I love that.
That's a little bit nuts for me. It's a little anxiety driven. But one thing I will say, two things I'll say. One,
the stakes got raised.
Very much so.
And then it also makes her side quest that much more important.
I'll say this. Scatman or whatever dude is, he's the pirate I hate the most. I can't stand that dude. Like the
oh my god, the scratch dude. Apple.
Yeah, no, I can't stand him. He is 100% the most frustrating, annoying pirate.
Apple's ass water.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying. Yeah, get him over there drinking on apple ass water. That's exactly what it is. Like he's mad annoying. So that's one.
I agree.
You know, the one thing I will say about this that I did enjoy though was Momonosuke outside trying to stop Kaido's trying to stop Onigashima from coming over to the Flower Capital. One thing I'll say I enjoyed that they did. This dude Momonosuke has been struggling with creating like clouds the entire time. He just learned how to walk. I did not think they were going to be able to get me to believe he can now suddenly make big enough clouds to stop Kaido. I don't care if Kaido's fighting everybody, and still it needed for Luffy to knock Kaido out and win that fight for those clouds to go away.
Well, he's still making them.
No. I like that they had him grab onto Kaido's and drag Onigashima away, because that fits for me as like he's still a dragon.
Yeah,
he still grab onto
100%.
him, but he's not trying to overpower Kaido by creating his own cloud.
I didn't expect him to be able to do that. Dude,
but that's my point.
He's
that's
still
my point.
walking. Yeah.
But that's my point. And that's why I was like, I'm glad that credit the writing team on that, because that was one for me that was annoying. And I was sitting here watching. I was like, bro, there ain't no way in the world they're gonna make me believe that he's sitting here can barely Similac still on his breath type stuff.
God.
Like, no, I can't take credit. That's a Stephen A one. I can't. No, that's a Stephen A one. I can't take credit for that one. But for real, you see, like, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, he just went from being a child to being a grown man, and this is not going out here getting ready to get a kill. This is like little pesky, little teeny weeny freaking Momonosuke. Like, Momonosuke doesn't have that dog in him. He ain't never had that dog in him. He has moments where he rises to the occasion, but that is different than having that dog in you.
100%.
So he's risen to occasions on situations that have really helped him to get to this position. But when it comes to actually having that it factor in him, he don't got it. So for him to suddenly get it, and then, like, especially the way he was still acting, for him to suddenly get it and overpower like a Yonkai's freaking cloud.
Yeah, 100%.
No way in the world. No way in the world. So just credit the team for that. Absolutely, because I thought that was fire. The way they did it, I thought it was fire. Oh my God. All right. I want to ask one more thing before we go into the hot take and slide up out of here. And the reason why I got to ask this is because it is my favorite thing I am watching right now. I'm not going to lie. Please tell me you are watching the insanity that is Mashle.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm definitely watching Mashle.
Yo.
And this shit, I said this before, this shit is literally anime Hogwarts.
It is. It's so funny. It's so funny,
the
bro.
slapstick in this show is getting increasingly fucking better.
Bro, I've cried laughing the last two episodes.
Those fucking radishes, or whatever the fuck those shits are. When him shits was fucking screaming and his shit got angrier, bro. I fucking almost shit myself. Bro, that shit got big and brolic, and he just knocked it the fuck out. He said, I'm not doing this no more. I'm knocking this shit the fuck out. Bro.
It is. Every single time I watch Mashle, I know I'm gonna see something ridiculous.
Just
and it
one
always
ridiculous crazy shit.
It always makes me laugh even harder. So yeah, the Mandrake thing, because I don't know how they're getting away with all this Harry Potter.
This shit is literally Harry Potter anime now.
I really don't know how they're getting away with this. Like, somebody cut a deal with somebody. Maybe because it's funny, it's one of those like protected under satire, but like that when he slapped the little Mandrake radish thing, but when they watched him do every single step and that joint still came out to be a fucking
yes.
That I had to pause the episode because I fell on the floor. I could not. Actual tears started coming down my face. I could not stop laughing watching that. I look forward to Mashle now. Like, I really do, because when I need a good laugh, Mashle's gonna deliver in a way that I don't know if I've ever watched an anime. This is really gonna make me watch Gintama. I've been saying it for years, but if Mashle is this funny,
for a long time,
bro, if Mashle is this funny, I gotta start watching more comedic like anime, and I gotta start with Gintama, because there's no way. I'm crying.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm happy that this is happening. Because if they did not like give me all of this extra shit, I don't think I would watch this anime anymore. I wouldn't watch it anymore. I can't stand the actual concept of this anime. I can't. Like, I cannot fucking stand it. I want to throw up. Like,
why?
Bro,
it's a fun one.
It's not. It's Nick. It's like it. I just can't, because like I feel like at some point in time this show is going to turn serious, and it just doesn't make sense.
But that's okay. So here's the thing, and I will say this: I know that is,
but they can't make One Punch Man serious at this point.
No.
Late for me.
No, but here's the thing.
And there's already a One Punch, so it's like that's where I'm at.
But I'm thinking of this from, because here's the thing: two things. One, we've seen him not be omnipotent in the way that One Punch Man is. Like, Saitama is literally
yes. I agree.
Mash has taken he hasn't taken L's, but he's been shown to be able to take damage. But and I go back to my Gintama point. When I've seen like not clips, but when I've seen things of Gintama where people are really hyped about it, it's the serious moments of the series. And then obviously like the crazy slapstick and all that stuff that's in there. But I've seen people get really hyped for certain seasons of Gintama because of the storyline that they put together.
Yeah.
If Mashle ends up being something similar or is cut from the same cloth where they have,
that's what we should be looking forward to in that regard.
Exactly. Like a season of hilarity and then like a season of craziness, like as far as storyline and progressing the story. Because we're still thinking about it. We're not thinking about it in this way, but if he gets caught, they can kill him. Like that's the punishment for him getting caught is him dying.
But the only thing is, like, I feel like they already made that too weak. And let me explain, bro. What the fuck is that marker on his face that shit just don't go away? Is this magic that they put on him or something?
It's gotta be some type of like illusion spell.
Because they didn't say. I thought he said I'd drawn it on perfectly, if I remember correctly. So like.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean with a marker. He probably drew it on with his wand.
Okay, my overall point, which is I just needed that to segue to this. I don't feel like that's a stake. It doesn't feel like a stake to me.
Mash's life?
No, I don't think that like that possibility is within the realm of the show for whatever reason. I feel like if it happens, it's like somewhere at the last season and niggas like already accepted this dude. And they're like, well, whatever.
Nah, see, I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because we don't know how high the power levels can go.
No, it's not about power levels. It's not about power levels. It's about like he's probably done so much good or something like that, or whatever the fuck it may be. He's been around for so long, and then like people find out he doesn't have magic, and it like changes the world, and everyone's okay with it, like or whatever the fuck it may be. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's not a stake in the way where I feel as though I feel like the writer isn't going to actually make that a possibility until like the show's like wrapping up or something.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I get it. I get it in that way. I don't think it's a matter of. So you're saying his life will never be in danger, mortal danger, because the ultimate goal here is to change the magical world.
No. I'm not saying his life won't ever be in danger. His life could be in danger just from like doing the shit he's doing. There's obviously people stronger than him. Mm-hmm. And like, for example, the headmaster, Gandalf, the bootleg. No. I'm not done because Gandalf isn't Harry Potter. That's Lord of the Rings. I was gonna say Gandalf Albus, fucking Grandmaster. But anyways, so he's obviously like really up there in some like he's up there. I just mean that like there are stakes in regards to like he can die from someone using magic or something like that. I feel like the stakes or the possibility of him being exposed as a non-magic user is not going to be as high of a stake of him possibly fearing for his life as it would be just in another regard of him just fighting or something like that. I feel like there's no reason for the writer to expose him not being able to use magic.
We're going to have to see though. Because like
I feel like there's no reason. There's too much comedy and everything else.
But that's what I'm saying. Eventually that comedy is going to have to segue for the main storyline, which is he's trying to change the magical world. And
we don't know.
Die doing it.
We don't know.
I mean, I think you got to raise the stakes off that he can die doing it. That's part of it too. Like, there's something big to the fact that dude.
I agree with you that would be something to play off of. I just feel like it won't happen.
Oh my god!
How he won't like he'll be running. That's it. That's the end of the story. There's no way he fights off the whole entire world. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yo, although I would love to see him try.
He would try.
Like it's hilarity at a different level because of the way that they are so far over the top with the things that they do, but it's also hilarity on a level of just the way that they put it together and the way that it's so the slapstick is so ridiculous. Like. It wasn't even the fact that his radish got so big and was in the corner. It was the fact it was like flailing around and shaking the entire room. Yeah, and nobody else noticed it. So like, yes, they're going to have something ridiculous like that. But I think that you still have to raise the stakes of the storyline a certain level.
I do agree. I just don't think they will. With that. Not with that. I don't think they can. We're
going to see. I think
he can't fight the whole magical world, bro. Like he can't. So the only thing they can do is when it happens, which I think it will at some point, it'll be more of like a positive note versus like it being the stakes where he's now fearing for his life. Then maybe he goes on trial or something like that, and everybody has to vote and be like, well, he's done this, he whatever, like he's good to go, he's fine.
Do I hear a wager? Good AU.
Yeah, we can cook up a wager on that. We can do that after we're done with the pod. But
I'm gonna need that.
I'm telling you, there's no way that they expose him as a non-magical person. This is my part of the wager. There's no way they expose him as a magical person in a way to raise the stakes in which he's fighting for his life. I think it'll be a moment that when it happens, it won't be something as extreme as like he has to fight for his life. It'll just be like I said, maybe they do a vote or something like that on some council or some shit, and he gets off free or something like that, or like he changes the magical world, and people are like, well, maybe it's not a bad idea that these niggas can live.
I got you. I get what you're saying. I disagree. I think that they can raise the stakes high enough in some regard, in some storyline, where MASH is put in a position where he's gonna have to fight for his life prior to the series having to come to its ultimate like ending. I absolutely think they can raise the stakes to that level at some point. They're still gonna be cracking all the jokes, but I definitely think they can raise the stakes. So we're gonna see for sure. Now we're gonna cook something up because I'm gonna need you to watch something. I'm trying to think of something. I'm gonna have to get AU when he loses his bet because I'm already 1 for 1. Number 2. I'm already 1 for 1. I'm gonna have to think about it because I'm already 1 for 1, just in case y'all didn't already know. The Meister right here, Meister Mikey J, already got his dub in the bet category. So
I forgot I got set up there, but I took my own.
What you mean you got set up? What you mean? You ain't get set up. You ain't get set up. I just
because because you don't normally work from home that many days. You ended up working from home. Yeah, exactly. Your ass ended up working from home more than you did before, and then you had way more time on your hands.
My pops was here, so we had the time, and I had my pops here for like the days leading up to it. I worked from home, got my stuff all set up and ready to go for you guys here, and then maybe on my lunch break because I was home, I got a chance to just watch an episode or two because it's my lunch break. You know what I It's all right. It's all right. A dub is a dub. Is a dub is a dub. But AU, before we get up at it, we gotta hit the folks here with the hot take results. So I got them right here. It was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a Met Gala edition of the Hot Take Tuesday. So we're coming straight out of the Met Gala when we dropped this on our social media. So we thought anime Met Gala. So out of these two, which group would be best dressed at the anime Met Gala? We looked at the party over from Bleach, and we've already know how dope the Bleach outfits be. And then we looked at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and particularly, I should say, Giorno's crew, because they was just the freshest ones I think out of all.
Oh, 100%.
Like Giorno's crew. Like, no shade to Stardust Crusaders, but Giorno's crew, everyone, all of them had the drip. They was introducing characters in like the episode before last, and they had drip.
And I got something to say about all of this once you're done. So go ahead.
All right, yeah. So results were, as far as social media is concerned, split. On Twitter, 63% of the vote went to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, JoJo's, with 38% of the vote going to, 35% of the vote going over to Bleach. So 64.3% going to JoJo's, 37.7% going over to Bleach. However, AU, on IG, it was a landslide of epic proportion, with Bleach taking home 81% of the vote.
God damn. I wasn't expecting that.
JoJo's with only 19% of the vote. Y'all need to watch more JoJo's. That's what I think that tells me, because ain't no way is that landsliding. But so IG takes it home. It's Bleach, and on Twitter it is JoJo.
Bro, these motherfuckers got two. Like, yes, JoJo's got their drip for sure. Like, obviously, we had to. It was difficult for us first and foremost, y'all. We had to we went through a few different animes. We were like, who could even compete?
Yes, and especially with JoJo's.
Yeah,
for the concept of Met Gala, because we're thinking anime Met Gala.
Yes. But the thing is, like, Met Gala, I think it changes every year, like the kind of concept. And stuff.
T mentioned that on Twitter. T was like, "What's the shout out to T from those anime girls?" T was like, "What's the theme?" And I was just like, "All right, let's just go with the theme that was here for this year."
Yeah, so I feel like that's where Bleach would reign king no matter what, because like Bleach, like Titan loved drawing these niggas drip the fuck out. You
Yo,
could just look up so many different pictures of these dudes just dripped the fuck out. Like, so my thing is, I felt like Bleach was gonna win in one of these instances. I just couldn't figure out which one until like you actually told me the roles, and I was like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. I
yeah,
do feel like Twitter like is definitely big on JoJo's.
way more than I think IG is.
Yes. Wait, not even just because of these results. I think in general, like because we don't know who voted, we don't know all that shit, whatever. So whatever it may be, but I do feel as though JoJo's is much bigger on Twitter than it is on Instagram.
JoJo's, but golden wing. All right.
But I was surprised about the landslide because this is what I was going to say before. I was surprised about the landslide on Instagram because I felt like there might have been like just recency bias in general for JoJo's. So I thought it was going to honestly take Instagram and Twitter. So that was at least fun to hear.
So we got a couple comments here. I want to read Swan on IG going in favor of Bleach. We got Jason Swan here. Swan 1175. Bleach. I'm horribly biased, but JoJo's are just wearing their everyday street clothes.
That's what I was going to say.
It's not wrong.
I was kind of going to say that too. I felt like JoJo's needs to just change up the drip a little bit sometimes or something like that in the season or something like that. So it's like, you know what I mean? And then it'd be like, yeah, I agree. I like that.
And then on Twitter in favor of JoJo's, we got the one, the only, the certified fatty. Shout out fatty. And Fatty came through and was like, when it comes to high, haughty couture fashion, what the Met Gala is centered around, JoJo's is taking from the details to the poses. So shout out Fatty for that. Thank you. And yeah. So who'd you vote for, AU, on this one? You said JoJo's, right?
No. I was biased. I voted for Bleach.
Ah, boo! I voted for JoJo's. I was actually, and I'll be honest, I was gonna vote for JoJo for Bleach, and I thought about it, and then I looked at the pictures again, and I was like, if we talking Met Gala, ain't no way in the world.
Yeah, but I feel like there's also a concept too, and this is where I was like, I was being biased, but like not ultimately, I wasn't. I feel like that theme changes each year, so if JoJo's came in this like in their drip every single year, it wouldn't be like. You know, how could you win against someone where they have they wear multiple outfits and whatnot and can easily switch it up to match that year or something like that?
No, I get you. But I mean, I think JoJo.
But I was biased regardless.
I think JoJo's characters will be able to figure it out. JoJo's characters at the anime Met Gala would be like Vanessa Hudgens at Coachella. You know what I mean? Like it's just something that go together for some reason. Don't ask me.
I don't know what Vanessa Hudgens at Coachella looks like.
Apparently, she's the queen of Coachella. I don't know these things. I just know random facts about. I don't know how they happen. I just know the facts about it that they do happen. But apparently, she's like the queen of Coachella. So that's where that came from. But anyway. AU, my good sir. We are at time. We about to slide on up out of here. But before we do, you got anything you want to leave the people with?
No, you already know. Per usual, so always room on the couch, baby.
Always room on the couch. Don't ever forget that. You know, because that's all we got. You know, that's all we got. So as always, y'all, appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Make sure to follow us on social if you're not already, on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything is Couch Stealers all across the board. Thank you, Motorcycle Going By. Hit myself, Meister Mikey J, and AU up on Twitter. You know, come chat with us. You know, we chilling. We out there. But until next week, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Thank y'all so much for listening, and we will catch you then.
Peace.